go.
I'm going to do a video where I take a shot every time I knit a row. So if I come back drunk, that's why. I'm just calling to let you know.
Take care.
Thanks. I'll see you home.
You won't, obviously. I'll leave some water and a hair tie next to the bed.
I love you very much.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye. Right, the only alcohol I have is gin. I don't know whose this is. I think it was a present, actually. Hopefully to me. I'm going to get drunk and talk about the things I've accomplished this year, because it really doesn't feel like I have accomplished anything. There's not too long left of this, so I'm not going to get absolutely smashed. That's how I felt when I had sex for the first time. It's just very cute, and the aliens would be like, "Aw, I am hammered." Okay, let's see. How many have I got? 5, 6. Okay, it's probably going to be like at least 4 shots. And I tell you what, we'll do one now just to get it going. I don't have a shot glass, I have an egg cup. That was a very pleasant sound. I don't know how much is a shot. And weirdly enough, my chaser is alcohol-free Copperberg, just because it's going to make me feel like I'm at the pub. Alright, chin chin! I didn't like that at all. This note is called Things I've Accomplished This Year, because it feels like nothing fucking happened and I've wasted a year of my life. My first line is Did Alosia. I wrote like 8 songs. That's really good. That is really good. 8 songs in 1 year? You know what one I like? I really like In the Bed. That's my favourite one I've done. I can't remember which channel I put it on. Why do I have 2 channels? I had 2 channels because I chat shit a lot and I needed a place to do that. That wasn't a portfolio. Man, I am already feeling this. I really like In the Bed, because you know what it's about? It's about wanking. A friend asked me quite recently, I think it was Reb actually, you know Reb from before. She asked me what we think about before we go to sleep, and Hazel was like, oh, you know, I actually can't remember what Hazel said. Reb said she thinks about embarrassing moments in her life. I answered straight away, I think about sex and food. I'm a fucking caveman, I guess. What else have I done? I've dislodged a rib and then relodged it back into place. That was at the beginning of lockdown. I slept funny because I sleep with like, I don't know how to describe it, I'll show you. Also, that really sounded like someone turned off a light and it's freaking me out a little bit. I sleep with like my arm under a pillow. Anyway, I just twisted my body around so much that I woke up and I was like, something feels wrong. And then every day it got worse to the point where I straight up couldn't breathe in. I got my back cracked.
There you go.
That was my ass. And then I ended up just calling my GP. Alright, it's time for another shot. Pause in this story. That's very little. It's a bit more. Ready? That tastes like something specific and I don't know what it is. I am already trashed. Alright, I have a confession to make. I took a shot before I started filming as well because I wanted to be drunk. As if that was going to be a problem. What was I talking about? Sleeping. Dislodging ribs. Then I called the doctors and the doctor said, no mom, I keep something on the bed. Got prescribed really heavy anti-inflammatories. That really helped. And then one day I was just lying in bed and I forgot that it hurt to breathe in and I yawned or sneezed or something and I just felt it go clunk. I was like, ah! Then I was fine. What else have I done? Killed some plants. Good. I love this one. I've upped my producing game. Kind of. I've learned how to use logic a bit more. How do you relax? How do you have a good time? I'm gonna tell you how I have a good time. I get dressed into something comfortable, but like, you know, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then I put on my headphones, sing into my chroma verb, and I crank that delay all the way up. That's right, baby. 100%. I cannot believe how wasted I am. I think I'm really good at hiding when I'm drunk though, because I'm really good at hiding when I'm spacey, which is all the time. Right, well I finished the row, so I've got to take another fucking shot. I don't want this. This is bad. I have like an internal sort of read on when I shouldn't drink anymore, and I'm at that place now. Why is my voice so low? Bah. What noise is that? Bah. Da da bah. I bet that's like a B. That's my guess. That's Google Maps. That's not a tuner. That's my hue light. That's not tuner. It was a bee. I was fucking right. Okay, cheers. What's it taste like? Something Christmassy, but bad. I'm so drunk. I feel really bad every time I swear. Not for me, not for my parents, but specifically for Shannon's mum. Shannon's mum doesn't like swearing. And I use words all the time. When you think about it, imagine if you were aliens, like looking at the human race and, I don't know, that painting of the lake with the pond lilies and shit. Or like some kind of like surrealism art. Imagine if you were aliens being like, okay, so what's this? Like, what's this canvas with loads of paint on it? Like, why are there so many esteemed people standing around it and looking at it and commenting on it? And you're like, well, that's art. That's like so old and it's so special and precious and it means so much to people. And the aliens are like, but why? Why that one instead of this one? It's just very cute. And the aliens would be like, oh, what am I doing? Had so many breakdowns and recovered from all of them. I'm sure I have pictures or videos of me crying because I usually take pictures or videos of me crying. So here you go. And it's so warm. There's this interview with Jack Black where he's like talking about how he doesn't remember lyrics. He just remembers like melody and feelings. And I'm like, yes! I never remember lyrics. I just remember the like intonation of things. Shut up, Dodie. Shut up. You're not special. I started learning how to drive. Oh, my sweet American friends who learn automatic. You have no idea how easy you have it. Using the clutch and the accelerator and the gear thing is so hard. You know what I realized? Like, flooring it is a lie. Because you can't just be like, accelerate, go, go, go. It's more like, put the clutch down, put it in first gear, lift the clutch up, then accelerate, then put the clutch down again and move. It's not what you think it is. Learned about the incredibly flawed, despicable criminal justice system in the US, i.e. human caging. We just need to wipe it all and start again. I think this is the penultimate shot. Is anyone going to watch this? Is anyone gonna watch this? I had a smear test! I am such a wimp. And I was very, very scared because I don't like pain that is unknown. I don't like internal pain. Oh, by the way, I've been put on the surgery wait list for the NHS for my gallbladder. There's no way, I'm way too scared. You know what? Turn me off and then cut out my organ. I'll be fine. Because I cried at a smear test. The nurse was so nice though. She told me exactly why it was important to have. And it is very important. Anyway, it was like having a giant dick shoved up your vag. That's how I felt when I had sex for the first time. I was like, just get this out of me. This is too much. Where's your cervix? There it is. Put it up there. And then she was done. And I packed sweets for myself to like train my mind into logging this as like a good thing. Like you do this and then you get a sweet. So I'm going to do one more little shot. It's really not a shot. It's like the tiniest sip. I just can't. I am hammered. I cannot believe how drunk I am. Grew out a terrible haircut. I learned Plug-in Baby and that Vampire Weekend song on guitar. Held a throwback Dodie little show on YouTube. Woo! Raised some pigeons. Discarded one dead pigeon corpse. Saved one pigeon. That's the whole story.
Here she is. How'd it go?
I actually am like trashed. I'm so wrecked. I can't believe how drunk I am. I actually can't remember what I was talking about, but like I went on such a tangent. I ended talking about J.K. Rowling and like how I wish I could like cut her brain out and put it in other people's minds. It's just so selfish, narrow-minded.
Yeah, look, perhaps we'll edit out some of
them. I also liken singing in reverb to wanking.
I would argue fine. That can go. I would probably leave out JK. Absolutely put in wanking.
Sick.
How much did you have?
I mean, maybe like four shots, but I really don't think I actually did the shots. I think I like half did them. I'm going to show everyone what letter I knitted. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it. What letter is it?
Da, 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 da. It's an E!
It's an E!
E! I'll see you later.
I'll see you soon.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for joining. Bye.